I don't like to wash.
He doesn't do the dishes. Hey everyone, this is Hao Qing, our head of kitchen, who can literally do anything and everything you ask him to do. So Hao Qing, what are we doing today?
We'll be stacking and decorating a cake from scratch today, but we're not baking, already baked.
Are you lazy? So Hao Qing, why are you putting milk on cake?
To keep the cake moist, so that when the cake reaches the customer, it doesn't dry out. Then customers can have moist and nice cake.
Nice.
This is our chocolate filling. Oh, by the way, we are doing our most famous flavor, which is Belgium chocolate. There's actually no added sugar in the filling.
Awesome!
Yeah.
Cool. It looks so thick, yeah.
So when we spread the filling, it needs to be even, so the cake turns out nice and level.
Hygiene first.
Of course.
Do you have like a tip on stacking?
Well, sometimes the sponge layers are not very even. So when you stack that time, you need to make sure if this part is shorter, and then you layer another part which is thicker over there, so that the final look of the cake is very squared out.
Wow, head of kitchen kind of things, you know. Alright, so what are we doing next?
Crumb coating the cake with buttercream.
How do you start crumb coating cakes?
You just take some buttercream, put it on the cake, but then your palette knife needs to be straight all the time so that the cake will be straight. But it's just a very thin layer of buttercream to seal all the moisture in the cake, to prevent it from drying out, and to make sure that all the crumbs doesn't come out when you actually frost the cake. Okay, so after this you will need to freeze it for a while. We'll see you back in a while.
A few moments later.
So welcome back, Hao Qing. What are you gonna be doing right now?
We'll be frosting the cake in pink ombre.
How do you make pink ombre?
So the bottom layer needs to be the darkest layer, and then as we progress up the cake, it will become lighter and lighter and become white.
So is it important that you actually do the bottom layer first? Or is there just your personal preference?
Usually we just do the bottom layer first, so that we can blend the layers of colors, and then the middle will form lighter color. It's okay, later you can see. So now we're just straightening the cake, and then it's very important to keep the scraper straight so that your cake will turn out straight. When you see any holes, just put more buttercream there.
What do you think is the hardest part about making a cake?
Actually, no part is hard.
What?
But then every part is very important. If you bake a cake and then all the layers are slanted, then it's very difficult for the next step, which is stacking. Why your questions so difficult?
So actually what you do?
I'm just blending the two colors together so that we can get a lighter color in between, and then it will turn out like it's an ombre effect.
Actually, I'm quite curious. Why don't you use 3 colors instead? Why just like pink and white?
Because mixing 3 colors is more tedious, and you need one more bowl, and I don't like to wash.
He doesn't do the dishes.
Oh, come
Hey,
on!
I do, okay?
What if I don't have a stable hand and I'm trying to do this kind of straight cakes?
You have to have a stable hand. And then we will clean the side of the cake so that the cake looks neat. So when I decorate a cake, right, I'll choose the best side to be at the front. So usually when we frost the cake, and then they'll have this line. So this line will always be facing the back. So this is how the main cake will be.
Nice!
As we have 2 elements on top, right? So you need to see where it will go. So normally I will make a mark first.
Why is it important to have a stick inside the number 7?
So that it's very stable during transport. It doesn't move around.
Will you also be doing the same for the lion?
Yeah, so the lion needs at least 2 sticks, so that if it's only 1 stick, right, then it will just turn when it's transporting. So it's more secure to have 2 sticks. Even more secure to have a bubble tea straw supporting the lion. Because our cakes are very soft, it will get even softer during transport. So this is to prevent the lion from collapsing into the cake itself.
Do you also have any tips for dealing with fondant?
Always make it pliable before you actually use it, so that you can get a very smooth finish. Okay. Seems like I forgot the cutter.
Why is it important that the fondant is thin?
Because if it's thick, right, it won't look very nice as it will be like sticking out of the cake. And if it's thick, then it might just slide off the cake.
Oh, why are you piping green?
Piping some grass so that the cake doesn't look so empty at the top. You can add some flowers also. Okay, and we are done.
How difficult will you rate this cake? From 1 being the easiest to 10 being the hardest.
I think 3 or 4. Yeah.
Wow, that's a really low number.
We have really difficult cakes, so this is the easier one.
Okay guys.
Okay, bye.